Some love stories don't begin with fireworks. They begin in the quiet spaces between friendship and something more, in stolen glances, in laughter that lingers a little too long, in the space between what is said and what is felt. Silvia was studying nursing when she met Luisa. They were just friends at first, two young women navigating the same classes, the same long nights, the same dreams of something better waiting beyond the horizon. But Silvia carried a weight no one could see. At home, her father's rage filled every room. Her mother bore the worst of it in silence, a silence that Silvia had learned to live inside, a silence that felt heavier than any words. Graduation night changed everything. They went dancing, just the two of them, music vibrating through their bodies, laughter spilling into the neon air, the kind of freedom that makes you forget the world waiting outside the club doors. And then, in the middle of it all, Luisa leaned in and kissed her. And Silvia didn't pull away. In that single moment, everything she had buried rose to the surface. Every feeling she had tried to name, every truth she had been too afraid to speak. She kissed her back, because somewhere deep in her heart, she had always wanted to. They found a quieter place, away from the music, away from the crowd, just two hearts beating at the same rhythm. That night, Luisa told her the truth. Her father had burned her with a cigarette when he found out she loved a woman. He threatened to scar her face if she ever loved again. Silvia took her hand. No words were enough. So she kissed her. A kiss that said, "I see you." A kiss that said, "I'm here." A kiss that said, "You are not alone anymore." They talked until sunrise, about their fathers, about the weight of living in houses that never felt like homes, about the invisible bruises that take the longest to heal. And Luisa, with more courage than either of them knew she possessed, said the words that would change both their lives. "Let's leave, together. We'll go somewhere far from here. We'll start over." But life doesn't let go so easily. Days passed, then weeks. Silvia watched her mother fade under the weight of her father's violence, and then one day, she was gone. Her beautiful, broken mother, taken by the very cruelty she had spent a lifetime enduring. Silvia was left alone with the man who had destroyed everything. And when his rage turned toward her, she remembered Luisa's voice. "Let's leave, together." She packed what little she had, a few clothes, a photograph, a heart full of hope she barely recognized anymore, and she traveled across the country to find the only person who had ever made her feel safe. When Luisa opened the door, she didn't ask a single question. She just held her. "You're home now," Luisa whispered into her hair. And for the first time in years, maybe for the first time ever, Silvia believed it. They built a life together. Quiet mornings with coffee and crooked smiles, gentle hands that knew exactly where the old wounds were and touched around them with exquisite care. The kind of love that doesn't need to shout because it knows it's heard. Silvia became the nurse she had always dreamed of being. Luisa filled their home with warmth and light. Together, they became something neither of them could have been alone. Whole. Yes, the past came knocking. Yes, there were battles still to fight, old shadows that refused to stay buried. But this time, they faced them side by side. This time, neither of them had to carry the weight alone. And in the end, the story that began with broken homes and bruised hearts ended in something neither of them had dared to hope for: peace. Two women, two lives woven into one fabric, two children, a family built not on blood, but on the truest thing either of them had ever known: love. Because the softest love is often the strongest kind. And Silvia and Luisa proved, with every quiet morning, every held hand, every whispered promise, that even after everything, the heart always finds its way home.
Light that fire in your eyes. If we burn together. Love will never die. I love you like the